Hello, my beautiful reader friends. It's Tiffany with an IE, as you can see, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, I will be doing my April wrap up today. And yeah, I had a pretty big slump this month considering that January, February, and March I read quite a lot. But April, I only read 6 books. And the good thing is I gave them all 5 stars. So I enjoyed what I read, but I was just like not really like in the mood to read or something. So I guess I'm just like a really chaotic mood reader because I'm having trouble sticking to like my TBRs from my TBR game. So oh well. But yeah, let's just go through these books. So the first book I read was the third Dork Diaries book, Pop Star or Tales from a Not So Talented Pop Star. It's These books are kind of like graphic novels and they're really fun. And of course, 5 stars. Read this with one of my students. And then with her sister, I read Mrs. Cooney is Loony and another 5 stars. And this is number 7 in the My Weird School series, and these are really fun too. Yeah, so definitely there's 2 other Dork Diaries books plus another Weird School book that I did start with these 2 students, but they're no longer tutoring with me. So yeah, so I'm gonna read them on my own this month because they're still fun, and I don't DNF generally speaking. So yeah, and they're really fun. So I still want to read them. I just won't be reading them with my students. Sad. Okay, the next book I read was A Love Story, and this is such an amazing book. It also blends in with my wall. I love it. And then it's really pretty on the inside too. It has this teal and there's a pho bowl. And yeah, super awesome. This book, more than 5 stars, like 5 million stars. But definitely like this book made me cry like 6 times, like from I think like the halfway point until near the end. It was so amazing. And then I was in a book chat with like some people from Instagram, and the author actually joined us, so I got to ask her a lot of things about this book. But it's super amazing, and it's set in Orange County because I was like, oh, I recognize some of the places because I've been there since Orange County is only an hour north from San Diego. So that was pretty cool. The next book I read was this picture book. It's called Someone Builds the Dream. This is a signed copy as well, which is nice. So it has both of the author's signatures. But yeah, this was a really great picture book. It looks different underneath the dust jacket as well. So you can see here, it's very different. But yeah, this was really cool. It talks about like how, like all the artists and writers and people who conceptualize ideas, like they're awesome and needed. But then there's also like the people in like construction who actually like manually build those things, like structures, or they make books and stuff. Like this was pretty cool where they were making this book. But yeah, they're all needed too. So it just talks about the importance of that, and it's really cool. So I really like this as well, 5 stars. And then the next book I read was for Mysterious Galaxies Young Adult Book Club, which was in the penalty box. This is kind of like a hockey contemporary romance, and I was like, I'm not a big fan of romance, so we'll see about this. So went into it with low expectations, came out of it like, oh my gosh, there were so many things, like some sort of like heavy topics were addressed, and yeah, the romance was really like cute, and the characters were so awesome. Like I loved everything about this book. So like it really surprised me, and I ended up giving it 5 stars, which I didn't think I would. At first I was like, oh, maybe like 3 or 4 stars, but it was amazing. And then book club, the authors joined us, so I got to talk to them about this book as well. So that was really fun. And then the last book is this one, The Lives of Saints by Leigh Bardugo. This is part of the Grishaverse. And this one's really cool too because it has lots of illustrations in them for each story. And yeah, it's pretty great. So the stories are pretty short. They're so beautifully illustrated. But it's just basically like all the tales of like the different saints within the Grishaverse. Kind of like fairy tales almost, or like similar to Language of Thorns that Leigh also wrote, and those are the actual fairy tales that the characters in the Grishaverse would have grown up hearing. But yeah, so this one's kind of like that, except it's about the saints. So also 5 stars. It was really wonderful, like such a beautiful book, both like inside and out. And yeah, so that was it for this month. And if you saw my TBR game video yesterday, you'll see that that was pretty much a train wreck. So I didn't get to finish anything else from that, except yeah, the only 2 that I mentioned, well actually 3 books. So I finished A Fall Love Story, and then In the Penalty Box, and The Lives of Saints. So those are the only 3 from that video that I have finished. So I have a lot of catching up to do. I didn't get through my April TBR at all, so that's upsetting. But yeah, so this month hopefully I can get through more, as well as like the new TBR, and just get out of this slump. So yeah, that's it for now. And before I go, I just wanted to thank all my subscribers. I reached the 200 mark. I'm actually at 210 now, and I'm just blown away because I never thought that anyone would just watch me sit in my room and talk about books. But I have a special surprise video planned as a thank you to my subscribers. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!